Hey everybody, it's Miss C, 4th grade teacher at Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship Charter School. So today we are going to be doing a Fun Friday experiment where we will be experimenting with to see what happens when we mix milk, in this case half and half, with an acid, and in this case I'm going to be using apple cider vinegar. So the first thing that we want to do is have all of our materials in place. So I have a spoon, I have a cup or a measuring cup here, but you can use any type of container. I have my half and half for my milk, and I have my acid. So you could use lemon juice, you could use any like regular white vinegar or clear vinegar, but I have apple cider vinegar here. So next what we want to do is we want to write our hypothesis. So I'm going to write what I think will happen based on what I already know about milk and about vinegar. Next, we are going to write about our methods down, and that is basically all of the steps we're going to take to conduct this experiment. You want to make sure that your methods are replicable. That means that you write them down in steps 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., so that someone else, if they wanted to, could follow your steps and conduct this experiment also. So that is called writing down our methods. So now we are going to begin our experiment. I'm going to start with my half cup of half and half. It's okay if it's not exact. It's got our half cup of half and half. Now let's observe what this looks like already. So we've all seen half and half, we've all seen milk. It's just a white liquid. So when we swirl it, we see that it stays on the edges, but it slowly falls back into the cup. And it's just a white liquid, right? We all know about vinegar. We've done lots of different experiments with this where we are mixing it with different things, and we know that this is an acid, and that when an acid reacts with like baking soda, it creates an explosion and it fizzes. Now I want to see what happens when we add this acid to the milk. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. And I'm just really going to eyeball this. These are teaspoons, so I'm just gonna, it really doesn't matter how much you add, as long as you're not adding exactly as much as the milk. Now, let's look at what happened. Before I mix it, I just wanna look at it. I see clearly that it's bubbling a bit. I also see that the vinegar is kind of just sitting there with the milk. Now look at what that is right there. What's happening there? It looks like it's starting to get thicker. So I'm gonna mix it and see what it looks like. Now sometimes people make pancakes with something called buttermilk, and if you don't have it, the way you can make a substitution for that in a recipe is to mix milk with an acid like lemon juice or vinegar, and you can use that to make your pancakes, and it usually makes them fluffier and moister. Now look at what happened to our half and half. It's so lumpy. Now this is called curdled. What happened was it curdled from the vinegar. So this is basically what happened is the vinegar destroyed what makes up the milk. It denatured the proteins. Milk has, or half and half, has lots of protein in it. Now my nails are dirty because I was working on my garden. So milk has lots of protein in it, right? People say, oh, eat yogurt, drink your milk, it has protein. And the proteins in it is called casein. Now what happens when we put a acid in milk is it denatures the protein, the casein protein. It breaks it down. And what happens is it unravels. So what we have here is a bunch of denatured proteins inside our milk, and all those proteins unraveled to the point where now we can see them. Now what I'm going to do is dump this out quick and then look at the inside to see what it looks like. So we dumped it out. We can see on the inside here that it no longer just falls right down like it used to. It's lumpy. And it just kind of stays. So we curdled our milk. We denatured our proteins. We broke down what makes up milk, and that is the casein protein. So go ahead and try this at home. Send me pictures. I love to see the pictures that you all do of these experiments at home. So you can send those to me over Dojo, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.